What is going on, everybody? It's Destroy here with Astro DFS, and we are going to do a little lineup build strategy based off of our likes, pricing at each position, and due to some injuries. So right off the bat, we'll go expensive quarterback type. So you can either go Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes to me is kind of rough. It is supposed to be the highest total game on the slate, but he might be without Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is close to playing, or closer to playing than not playing. Sammy Watkins is not going to play. Um, so if Tyreek Hill is out, I mean that just declines it a little bit for me. But let's just throw in something really quick. So to me, Lamar Jackson, my favorite quarterback there. Running backs, you know what? Let's do expensive running backs, cheaper wide receivers. Um, so two that stick out to me: Ingram, Bell. Like I said, we'll go cheaper wide receiver. So we're just fading. A lot of people are fading Julio, Hopkins, Cup, which makes it a little rough. Um, but we'll throw Gallup in there. We're gonna throw DD in there. Um, and then if we need to, we'll just go down and we'll throw Anderson in there. Um, Tight end, Hooper. That's literally all I'm gonna play. Really good price, really good floor, and crazy ceiling. So yeah, definitely liking that. Defense will just knock the defense out. Put Baltimore's defense in there. Get 6,300 for a flex, and boom, automatically hit with Tyler Boyd. Not too bad. Taking two Baltimore players here, and then taking two Jets players here. And then having a Cincinnati and Baltimore. So definitely targeting the Baltimore game in this line. Like I said, it's just something you see, you plug in. Let's go medium quarterback here. So let's take Kyler Murray. Running backs, we'll go cheaper. Let's throw a Derrick Henry and then a Adrian Peterson in there. Flex, since a lot of people are high on him, let's just throw him in there just to have a little bit of fun. Let's put Brown in. Wide receiver, you know what? Let's clear out the defense too. Defense tight end, like I said, the only one, like, unless you want to pay for Kelsey Ertz, possibly. I mean, Disley's only $100 cheaper, but there's not a lot of other plays that you go down and actually like. So, um, just put Hooper in defense. One of my favorite defenses. Kamara is expected to play, but still. So, let's throw Hopkins in there. Let's throw Cooper Kupp in there. We have 6,900. And then let's throw Adam Thielen in there. So yeah, Kyler Murray playing against a terrible pass defense. He's going to be without Christian Kirk, which kind of worries me a little bit. David Johnson's supposed to play, so he'll have him. Derrick Henry playing against a terrible Denver rushing team. Like I said, without Chubb, it just makes that defense worse. Adrian Peterson playing against the worst rushing defense in the league. And the new coach said he wants to get Peterson the vocal point. DeAndre Hopkins, if Houston has to keep up with KC, DeAndre Hopkins is going to get a lot of targets, a lot of receptions, a lot of yards, hopefully a couple of touchdowns. Playing a terrible Kansas City pass defense. Like I said, if KC scoring, then we can easily see some DeAndre Hopkins love all game. Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks is in. So we're going to have the trifecta of Kupp, Brown, and Woods. Kupp has the most favorable matchup here. And with Brown being the running back, we are playing two Rams players. But Brown is really big chalk. So yeah, Cooper Kupp is he's just the man. Like, No matchup is ever bad, I guess, for him. Adam Thielen playing against Philly. They just had a really good week. I'm more high on Diggs this week than I am Thielen. Um, just because I think Diggs is due for a really good game. And then, like I said, Hooper, we don't have to talk about because I'll continuously talk about him. And then Jacksonville is just the potential that they have for what they could do. They're playing New Orleans, who's looked really good lately, but Jacksonville has a fairly good defense, and I can honestly see them at home uh, playing really good here. So you can see home games. They allow more yards, but they do get more fantasy points. Tennessee, they got 15. KC, they got -4. KC's best offense. Tennessee, terrible defense. New Orleans, kind of 50-50. But yeah, that's that one. Let's go really cheap on quarterback this time, guys. See what we can do here. So there's a couple plays here. To me, in my opinion, Minshew is probably the favorite. Case Keenum, I like. It's just he's banged up. Has a really good matchup. Howard just got announced out for Miami. So he could easily just go off, and Washington can have a really good game. So I'm definitely interested in Case Keenum. Gardner Minshew, if New Orleans somehow does, put up some points, Gardner Minshew is someone that has competed. He will compete. You see in the lows, he's got a 16. He just hit his highs at 27. That's with having 3 fumbles in the game. He has rushing potential, which I like. So definitely good look. And then Kirk Cousins playing against Philly's terrible defense. So we'll put Gardner in. We'll do it a little different. We'll put Le'Veon Bell in there for him. And then we'll just put Brown. So I have those 2 guys. Like I said, just get Hooper out of the way. Let's pay down a little. Let's take Kupp as number 1. Let's go down Stephon Diggs number 2. And then if Tyreek Hill is out, I would say you have to play Robinson or Hardman. But Hill is probably going to play. DJ Shark is a really good option. Let's go Michael Gallup. Let's change it a little. Let's go defense. Let's put Jets. What do we got with Jets? We have 9,200. Oh my God. So let's not go Jets. Let's go Jaguars. Let's go Jaguars again. 8,500, and we could take Zeke. Zeke's not one of my favorite plays here. It's just what brought in money. Jets, one of the best rushing defenses in the league, but like I said, Dallas's offense looks really, really good with Gallup in it than without Gallup. And if the Jets with Sam Darnold is competing, Ezekiel Elliott's probably going to get a decent amount of looks. They fall behind, probably not as much, but it's definitely interesting. So have to keep my eyes out for that. Let's throw another line in here, guys. Let's see what else we could do. Let's go opposite Patrick Mahomes. Let's go Deshaun Watson here. Let's go Ingram. And then let's go Derrick Henry. Wide receiver. We'll go Tyler Boyd. Julio Jones. And let's go Preston Williams. Let's go Preston Williams. Take Cooper, get him off the board. Defense, we can go defense, take a good defense off the board. No, we'll just go Jets. Opens up a little salary. we could throw DJ Chark in there. So yeah, Watson just got to keep up with the game total with KC. If KC is on fire, Ingram playing against the worst rushing defense in the league, second worst. I'm sorry. Definitely could get some rushing touchdowns there. Derrick Henry playing against another terrible rushing defense, and we could see what he does. It's not hard to see. Tyler Boyd has a really, really good matchup with John Ross and AJ Green still being out. He is that number one receiver. Julio Jones just, in my opinion, he's due for a game. He's had 2 bad games in a row, and he's not a player that is going to have 3 in a row. So he's due for at least a 15-point game. I'm honestly projecting him to get a good 26, 27-point game at least, just depending on how Arizona's offense moves the ball. Preston Williams, the guy gets you 10 points a game. Playing a terrible defense, looked pretty decent against New England. Not too scary, but he's the number one receiver. And we just saw that Grant is going to be out. So you're left with Devontae Parker and Preston Williams. Preston Williams, too, the thing why a lot of people like him, he's only had 1 touchdown this season, but he gets a decent amount of targets. Like I said, this is a team, the Tank Bowl, so we could easily see a high-scoring game just because both teams are terrible, or we could see a very low-scoring game. It just all depends. But yeah, that's a throw-up, and we'll do one last one, guys. Just a quick one. Let's get off of this. Let's go Case Keenum. Case Keenum instead. I'll stick with Ingram just because I like that. Le'Veon Bell will stick with that. DeAndre Hopkins, I'll stick with that. We're only going to take one guy from Atlanta, Hooper. We'll take Cooper Kupp. And to open salary, we're just going to do the Jets again here. We're left at 5,500. Let's put Diggs in there. We're left at 5,100. And boom, we have D.D. Westbrook. All right, guys, that's just some different lines based off of prices for each position. It's not any line that we're specifically going to play. If you're interested in our lines, please follow us at AstroDFS and DM for information on how to get that. Leave a comment in the comments of who you guys are locking, like a must lock, other than Austin Hooper, of course. And let us know who you're not playing, who you're going to fade this week. So yeah, definitely there's a lot of good plays this week, a lot of really good matchups. I think it's going to come down to just whoever gets a few more points out of these matchups. It's not like one player just, like a Will Fuller, Michael Thomas, Adam Thielen just freak out. There's going to be a lot of players that get 10 plus points. I know 10 doesn't seem a lot, but you have 9 people, they get 10 each. That's 90, and that's at a bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. If you add all these guys' projected scores, you get a lot more. But like I said, it's definitely going to be a good week, fun week in my opinion. I think the toughest thing to pick is defenses, which is weird because defenses are so easy. It's just whatever you want to play. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and like I said, follow us on Twitter at AstroDFS, and we will see you in tomorrow's video.